Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Some people are speculating that maybe Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion's friendship is on the rocks after Glorilla reposted a quote that attached Tory Lanez's song to it. Now you all know Megan Thee Stallion does not like Tory Lanez. She said that he shot at her and he is currently behind bars for that. So obviously Megan was upset when she saw Glorilla repost this because she and Glorilla are supposed to be cool. I mean, they hung out together, they went on tour together, they've done songs together. So Megan was offended to see Glorilla repost that. Now, Glorilla probably didn't realize the song was attached to the quote. Personally, I think she kind of did know what she was doing, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe she didn't know. She left it up there long enough for Megan to see it, and Megan was very upset. She actually unfollowed Glorilla, and she also archived her birthday tribute to Glorilla from a year ago, and Glorilla archived her birthday tribute to Megan. So that was kind of extra. But after they clarified things behind the scenes, they refollowed each other. Okay, Megan refollowed her. And Glorilla did come on the net and she said, "I don't do internet ish and I don't do mess. It was an innocent repost. Y'all BSing." So it was a misunderstanding, okay? However, some people noticed that she retweeted a post that made it seem like she was subbing Megan. It said, "I don't do childish attitudes in friendships. I'm not your ninja." Who was that directed to? Who knows? But she did retweet it, and some people are thinking that she was subbing Megan. Maybe it's a reach, maybe it's not, but honestly, I don't believe Megan and Glorilla are gonna be cool like that after that whole little slip up with the repost. I wouldn't blame Megan if she felt like she couldn't trust Glorilla after that. But to be honest, these girls ain't really friends like that. I mean, they do hang out with each other for optics and they do songs together for business purposes, but they're all low-key competing with each other. And honestly, I don't even think they would hang around each other if they weren't benefiting from it in some way. Now, I want to move on to something that's much, much more serious. This P. Diddy saga is getting creepier and creepier, y'all. There's an artist named Q who was a part of the group Day 26, and Day 26 was a group put together on Diddy's show, Making the Band. Diddy also put together another group on the show called Danity Kane. At the time, Q was dating the artist Dawn Richard from Danity Kane. Dawn also was a part of Diddy's group Dirty Money. Okay, that's important to note because Dawn was around Diddy a bit more often during that era, and Diddy was using a lot of her creative juices. So he had a particular liking for Dawn. And Q felt like Diddy didn't like the fact that he was dating Dawn. Also, Q said that Diddy and Dawn had him drugged and it caused him to have an extreme mental health crisis.
Q, how would you describe your relationship with Diddy?
With Diddy? I feel like he respected me being in Day 26, but I feel like, honestly, Aubrey, he didn't respect the fact that I was dating one of his artists.
Dating Dawn?
Yes.
He didn't respect that?
He was intimidated by me dating her.
Why would he be intimidated by that?
Because he wanted to control and manipulate the situation. He wanted full control. He didn't want any other, I feel like he didn't want any other man.
So you felt like he wanted full control of Dawn?
Yes, I feel like that, yeah. The feelings I would get were like, because I was dating her. So I felt like, does he like me sometimes? Does he not like me? Does he want me around? Am I being around because, you know, he doesn't want me around because like I'll find out too much information. Like I felt all
Were
those.
you finding out information?
Yeah, I would see things, you know, I would hear things and see things. Yes. And that I felt a little scared and paranoid around him sometimes too. Like,
You had a story with him that you told me that I thought was like shocking.
oh yeah. Okay. So I'm making the band 4 on the last season, when you weren't there.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
So they made it seem like I was going crazy and and I was really talking about management. And then Puff was like, "I'm gonna send you home with your family because you've been acting crazy and stuff, whatever, fighting everybody." And I didn't go home. I went to the Super Bowl with him, Don, and Cassie, and his team. And the Super Bowl was in Tampa Bay. Harv was in his SUV, and he made Harv Pierre get out of the SUV, and he asked could me and Dawn sit in the back seat next to Cassie, and he was in the front seat. So that was a weird introduction. You know, that's kind of probably was like what my mom's trying to say.
She was
grooming me maybe for
Diddy.
For Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Diddy wanted to get a look at you as she was bringing him
To me, it just felt
you.
so weird. You would never tell Harv to get out and let two artists get in the car that he doesn't even pay us, let alone
you don't even know me yet.
It
Really.
was weird.
Yeah.
Q, when you got into that car with Diddy and Dawn, what happened in that
And
car?
Cassie.
And Cassie. What happened in that car? What was talked about? What was said? What was the mood like?
Yeah, so when I got in the car with Diddy and Cassie in Tampa Bay,
What were the
Cassie
questions?
was very quiet. She was just sitting there like, and she seemed like she didn't want to go through with whatever he was getting ready to orchestrate. She seemed like she was uncomfortable. Like, no, I don't want to do this with Q and Dawn or whatever he was orchestrating. But he was asking questions like, where you from? I think he asked me what was my name.
Well, you were in the band. He chose you in the band. He didn't know your fucking name.
He was high, I think. He was very high, I think. You know, he's always high on ecstasy. I remember, okay, when it first started, when I got paranoid, we were in the Hamptons. We were in the studio in New York City, and I was with Dirty Money. At this time, I was around Dirty Money for about a year while they were creating Last Train to Paris. And I guess I was around because I was dating Dawn. I just happened to be around. So Diddy's like, I think he was very, very high. He's like, we're going to go to the Hamptons. He was like, we're going to go stay the night there and you guys want to come. And it felt very weird because this energy just felt so weird. We get to the Hamptons and we walk through the house and we arrive in the backyard near the pool. And my ex at the time, which was Dawn, she gave me an ecstasy pill. And she says...
Is that what she said it was?
Yeah, she said it was ecstasy, and she said it was from Puff to give to me. And it was red. And I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend, you know? We tried ecstasy before, and I trusted her that that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her two of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. Yeah. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud.
Who are the twins?
I don't know their names.
Are you talking about Diddy's
Diddy's
daughters?
twins. Yeah.
Okay.
Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed to cameras filming me, and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt like, I'm not gonna cry. I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night.
So you're saying after this particular incident, you left there feeling, you called it sacrificial, but did you felt as if they
were going to hurt me in my sleep, because I woke up screaming. I woke up out of my sleep screaming. So what I mean by it felt like sacrificial, it felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out, because I possibly couldn't have woke up out of my sleep that night.
Do you know what happened to you?
I woke up screaming like a girl to the top of my lungs on a high pitch.
Well, did you have clothes on?
I think I was in my shorts because I remember jumping into a swimming pool.
But do you believe that some of what happened to you was recorded on one or many of these iPhones?
Oh, yeah. I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera. It was a phone camera light.
So there are people who do know what happened to you, and there's a reason you believe why they're not telling you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Protect themselves.
Well, say it again, Mama.
To protect themselves. Of course. That's what I feel. Just watching my son come back from being around Dawn and them when this incident happened, and him coming home and we not understanding what happened. Here I have my son, young, 18, 19. Never seen him in this state before. And I'm like, what happened? He went away. He comes home and he's locked in his room He's talking crazy. I'm like, what is going on? To have him admitted into a hospital and for them thinking that maybe he was on, what is it? K2 or something like that. And they said, well, whatever it is, we don't know what it is. And I think if I wasn't there for my son, I think that they would have sucked him in to something more. Well, when it comes to Diddy, I think the fact that he orchestrated, he was part of the orchestration as far as like producing the pills or whatever, things like that. Aubrey, remember this, for me taking him to the hospital and stuff like that, we later found there were things that was found in him, in the system. It's in his medical.
You're saying like a substance was found in there, but in the body?
But they couldn't determine exactly what it was, is what I'm saying. At the time, like I said, they thought it was K2.
But what I wanted to say was, with you guys, after my mental health, I was healing. I finally admitted it in my records that I felt like Diddy was trying to, in my mental records, that I felt like Diddy was trying to hurt me or come get me. So like a couple of years later, not in the beginning, but as you read on my mental records, as I was admitted into the hospital, because it wasn't just once, it was numerous of times, like towards the middle, I started being honest and it was like, I feel like Diddy is trying to come after me and hurt me. I started like speaking up.
You think a lot of people have a story like yours?
Yeah. I believe they do.
I can only blame her because she was 8 years older than Q? She had a lot of influence on him. And all he knew was that was my girl. Mom, you can't tell me nothing about her.
My mom couldn't tell me nothing. I mean, you ever have a child?
All along, I kept telling him. All along, I kept telling him, Q, this don't sound right. I don't know. I don't trust her. And then this.
It's a mom's worst nightmare.
What has happened to my child? What is going on? I didn't have any answers. I didn't have anybody to turn to because we weren't really getting exact answers from Q.
Because the pill that he had given me had broken me down to where a child's mentality.
And he's just getting...
It had broken me all the way back to the beginning. To where I was like drawings. I thought I was seeing dinosaurs.
In a child's state of mind.
My God, this story is insane. And just to hear Q and his mother breaking down is really heartbreaking. It truly is. And the whole thing really makes Dawn look very suspect. Now, Dawn did testify against Diddy, and she also filed a lawsuit against him. And she claimed that she was fearful of Diddy, but we're finding out that she was complicit and aware of what he was doing. And she tried to set her boyfriend up to be taken advantage of by Diddy, allegedly. So it makes her look very suspect. I don't know if he was supposed to be her sacrifice so she could blow up in the industry. Who knows? But the situation is just very, very, very dark. And she can't be trusted at all. And she needs to be held accountable. A lot of the people around Diddy need to be held accountable. It shouldn't just be Diddy because he wasn't doing this by himself. But he truly is a monster. Having somebody drugged and filming them for your own sick, twisted purposes is psycho behavior. It's psycho behavior. So I need the prosecutors to do what they're supposed to do and lock this man up for life. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.